Hey, let's do a little shop talk. I want to just run over some of the antennas that we use on our network to connect our customer homes to our towers. A good chunk of what we deploy is Ubiquiti in the past. We are moving to some different platforms on some of our towers, but Ubiquiti's been a huge portion of our network and continues to be. The price point and functionality is just, it really can't be matched. So our standard antenna setups, this is the standard AirMax power beam antenna. It's pretty tried and true. Capacities aren't crazy. We typically don't set anyone up on any speed plans above 60 or 70 megabits a second. They can do a lot more than that, but when you start getting more than 8 to 10 clients on a tower radio on the AirMax platform, you definitely start to see some latency issues. So we try to keep those plans pretty much below 100 megs. If it's a loaded up tower, or sector on the tower, we'll usually split that up into multiple sectors just to get better capacities. Next up is the Ubiquiti LTU platform. That's Ubiquiti's proprietary silicon setup. So they have a lot more capacity. The LTU line is actually really great. The price point's good. Capacities are very good. We can do, you can do 200 megs to a client pretty easily. Distances on this are a little bit lower. So, we're kind of 10K max that we like to go, maybe even a little less than that. The gain isn't as good. And then they don't like noise very much. If you get any kind of noise, they just fall flat on their face. It's got to be a very clean 5 gigahertz frequency, and these will perform amazing. The AirMax just is based on their standard Wi-Fi chip, and it's also 5 gigahertz. There's a little bit better noise, not that great, but the LTU is definitely way worse than noise. These are both full line of sight systems. We don't set anybody up if they're going through any amount of trees. It's just our standard practice for reliability. The next device that we use, this is a lot more short range type use case. This is the Ubiquiti Wave LR. So this is in the 60 gigahertz range. It actually runs both 5 gigahertz and 60 gigahertz, so it'll fail over to 5 gigahertz if we get any rain. So it's a lot higher capacity, but shorter distance. So we're looking at probably, we don't deploy any further out than 3 kilometers from a tower. You just need a lot more gain with 60 gigahertz. It doesn't fly as far, and it gets affected by weather a lot. So it doesn't like rain. But under 3 kilometers, these things rip. We can do gigabit per second to the customer. So really, really good performance. The mount itself is highly tunable because 60 gigahertz is such a narrow band that, or wavelength, sorry, that you need to dial it in. It has to be bang on. If it's off at all, it gets terrible modulation, doesn't work. So super important. So these are the main Ubiquiti antennas that we use right now. We are slowly upgrading most of our AirMax stuff to LTU, just because the price point's great. And we'll take a look at the Tarana stuff in a minute here.